Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time, we're going behind the scenes of something you probably don't think about very often. Ceramic sanitary ware.
Yeah.
We're talking toilets, sinks, bathtubs.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And specifically,
Yeah.
we're going to be looking at how a company called Bullows is shaking things up with their glaze coating technology.
You're absolutely right. It's not exactly dinner table conversation,
Right.
but it's more fascinating than you might think.
Oh, I'm already intrigued,
Okay.
especially since I just replaced a bathroom sink.
Oh, wow.
And it felt like a major investment.
Yeah.
So I'm all ears when it comes to making these things last.
Well, you've come to the right place. So let's talk about glaze.
Okay.
It's not just about giving your bathroom fixtures that shiny showroom finish.
Right.
Glaze actually plays a huge role in how well they stand up to daily use.
Okay. So it's more than just looks.
Yeah.
What else does it do?
Think of glaze as a shield that protects the ceramic underneath.
Okay.
It's what makes the surface resistant to stains, scratches,
Yeah.
and even that general wear and tear that happens over time.
Right.
A good glaze can be the difference between a sink that looks brand new after years of use
Oh, wow.
and one that's showing its age.
I see. So it's like an invisible force field against grime and toothpaste splatters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But getting that perfect glaze coating isn't as easy as it sounds.
Okay.
Traditional methods have always struggled with inconsistencies. You get drips, uneven coverage,
Oh,
and a lot of wasted material.
that sounds like a nightmare for manufacturers.
It is.
And not very environmentally friendly either.
It is. And that's where Bullows comes in.
Okay.
They've tackled these issues head on
Uh-huh.
with a combination of cutting-edge technology and smart engineering.
Oh, okay.
The stars of the show are their Bullows 230 spray gun and a specialized pressure feed tank system.
Okay. So it's like a dynamic duo of glaze application.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more about this high-tech spray gun.
Well, imagine a paintbrush that's so precise.
Okay.
It can distribute glaze with incredible accuracy down to a fraction of a millimeter.
Wow.
That's the Bullows 230 in a nutshell.
Okay.
It's designed to handle the thick, viscous nature of ceramic glaze,
Right.
which can be tricky to work with
Yeah.
using traditional methods.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How does it actually achieve that level of precision?
It comes down to some clever engineering,
Okay.
including a specially designed nozzle
Uh-huh.
and a system that precisely controls the air pressure and volume of the spray.
I see.
This allows for super fine adjustments,
Okay.
which means manufacturers can get the exact thickness and coverage they need without wasting a drop of glaze.
Wow.
They've even seen defect rates drop by as much as 15% in some cases.
That's a huge improvement. It sounds like they've thought of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But what about that tank system you mentioned? Where does that fit into the picture?
That's the secret weapon. And it works hand in hand with the spray gun.
Okay.
The Bullows pressure feed tank solves a major problem
Okay.
with traditional glazing methods.
All right.
Inconsistent flow rate. Think of it like a chef trying to make perfectly sized pancakes.
Okay.
You need a steady stream of batter to get consistent results.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this tank ensures a constant and even flow of glaze to the spray gun,
Uh-huh.
eliminating those pesky drips and fluctuations that can ruin a finish.
Yeah.
Plus, it has a massive capacity,
Yeah.
so manufacturers can keep production running smoothly without constant refills.
So we've got the spray gun providing the precision
Right.
and the tank ensuring a steady supply of glaze. I'm starting to see how this all comes together.
Yeah.
But before we dive deeper into the tank's inner workings, I think we should take a step back and look at why this system is causing such a stir
Sure.
in the ceramic sanitary ware industry. What is it about Bullows' approach
Yeah.
that's making them stand out from the crowd?
Well, you hit the nail on the head earlier when you mentioned waste.
Right.
The environmental impact of traditional glazing methods is a real concern.
Yeah.
And it's not just about wasted glaze. It's also about the energy and resources that go into producing and transporting those excess materials.
That's true. The hidden cost that we don't often think about. So how much of a difference does Bullows' system make in terms of reducing waste?
It's significant.
Okay.
By some estimates, they're able to reduce material waste by as much as 20%.
Wow.
Compared to conventional methods.
Okay, 20%. That's huge.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing those savings only get bigger as production scales up?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because the tank is designed for continuous flow, you're also minimizing downtime for refills.
Right.
Which further increases productivity. It's a win-win situation for both the bottom line and the planet.
I'm starting to feel like Bullows is on a mission to make the ceramic sanitary ware industry a lot more sustainable.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
They're certainly leading the charge when it comes to responsible manufacturing practices. And it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about shifting the mindset within the industry. They're showing that you can achieve high quality and efficiency while also being mindful of the environment.
Okay, I'm sold on the environmental benefits.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, all this high-tech talk makes me wonder.
Sure.
Is this system actually user-friendly? Are we talking about complex interfaces and a steep learning curve for operators?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer might surprise you.
Okay.
Bullows has put a lot of thought into making their system as intuitive as possible. The controls are straightforward and easy to understand. And they offer comprehensive training programs to get operators up to speed quickly.
So it's not like handing someone a spaceship control panel and saying good luck.
Not at all.
Right.
They understand that for a system to be truly successful, it has to be embraced by the people who use it every day.
Right.
That's why they've prioritized ergonomics and user experience every step of the way.
I like that human-centered design.
Yeah.
Even in the world of industrial manufacturing.
It's becoming increasingly important in all industries.
Yeah.
Happy workers are productive workers, after all.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the precision, the environmental benefits, the ease of use.
Yeah.
It's almost starting to sound too good to be true.
Well,
surely there must be some downsides or challenges to using this system.
Yeah.
What are those?
Well, like with any new technology,
right,
there's an initial investment cost.
Okay.
And integrating a new system into an existing production line always takes some planning and adjustment.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the long-term benefits outweigh the initial hurdles.
I think so. Right.
Especially if a company is serious about improving its sustainability and efficiency.
All right, so let's say a company decides to make the leap and invest in Bullows' system.
Go.
What kind of impact can they expect to see on their overall operations? Well, one of the most immediate benefits is increased throughput.
Okay.
The combination of precise glaze application and reduced downtime for refills means they can produce more products in less time.
So it's like adding a turbo boost to their production line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because the glaze coverage is so consistent, they're also going to see a reduction in defects.
Right.
This leads to less waste, fewer rework costs, and ultimately a higher quality product.
I'm starting to get a sense of the ripple effect this technology has on the entire manufacturing process.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about glazing. It's about optimizing the entire workflow and creating a more streamlined and efficient production environment.
Well, after hearing all this, I can definitely see why Bullows is becoming the go-to solution for so many manufacturers.
Yeah.
They're addressing the key challenges of the industry head-on and offering a compelling vision for the future of ceramic sanitary ware production.
They are.
Yeah.
And they're setting a great example for other industries as well.
Right.
It's proof that innovation and sustainability can go hand in hand.
This deep dive has given me a whole new appreciation for the ingenuity and technology behind something as seemingly simple as a glazed toilet.
It's amazing how much thought and engineering goes into the products we use every day.
Speaking of everyday products, I think it's time to shift gears for a moment and talk about the bigger picture. We've been talking about toilets and sinks.
Right.
But I can't help but wonder what other everyday products have undergone similar transformations thanks to innovative technology.
That's a fascinating question.
Yeah.
And the answer is...
What is it?
Practically everything.
Oh, wow.
Take your smartphone, for example. The level of miniaturization and precision engineering that goes into those devices is mind-boggling.
I never really thought about it that way.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy to take those things for granted.
But it's worth taking a moment to appreciate the layers of innovation that go into making something so complex,
right,
yet so user-friendly.
Okay, so smartphones, what else?
think about the automotive industry.
Okay.
Cars are becoming increasingly sophisticated with features like self-driving capabilities and advanced safety systems. All of that is made possible by cutting-edge technology and software.
It's incredible how quickly that technology is advancing.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, those things seemed like science fiction.
And even something as basic as the clothes we wear
Interesting.
has benefited from technological advancements.
Okay.
From high-performance fabrics that wick away moisture to 3D printing techniques used to create custom-fit garments.
Wow.
The fashion industry is embracing innovation like never before.
That's a great point. It seems like every aspect of our lives is being touched by technology in some way.
Right.
It's almost overwhelming to think about.
It can be.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly exciting.
Right.
Innovation drives progress and makes our lives better in countless ways. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking a closer look to appreciate the ingenuity that surrounds us.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
This deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to the unseen world of innovation that's happening all around us. Starting with something as simple as a glazed toilet.
It's a perfect example of how even the most mundane objects can have fascinating stories to tell.
Right.
And those stories often involve a combination of technical brilliance, creative thinking, and a desire to solve real-world problems.
Well said.
Thanks.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of Bullows.
Okay.
And their groundbreaking glaze coating technology.
Right.
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with what they've achieved.
It's a great example of how innovation can transform even the most overlooked aspects of manufacturing.
We learned the glaze is more than just a pretty face.
Right.
It's crucial for the durability and longevity of ceramic sanitary ware. And Bullows has found a way to apply that glaze more efficiently, more sustainably, and more user-friendly than ever before.
It's a win-win for manufacturers, consumers, and the environment.
Exactly. So the next time you're washing your hands in a gleaming new sink or admiring the pristine finish of your bathtub, take a moment to appreciate the hidden world of innovation that made it possible.
And remember, that same level of ingenuity is at work in countless other products and technologies that we encounter every day.
Right.
Keep your eyes open and your mind curious, and you'll be amazed by what you discover.
That's a great takeaway. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.